Let's check it out.
Strawberries. I added some flavor to it. I added the Cardi B whips. Let's take a picture, guys. We got this on camera. Let's take a picture.
Oh yeah, we're rolling.
We should take a picture. I mean,
guys, don't.
Oh, he's got it.
He's gonna take a picture.
Really quick.
I like that advice.
I'm not gonna mess with it.
Look at that, dude. Look at these oxidized. Look, apples, dude. He just cut the apples, and somehow this guy is so good in the kitchen. He just cut the apples, right? And he somehow made them look like they've been sitting out for 8 hours. How is that possible? He just cut them open, and he somehow has made them oxidize at such an exasperated rate that they look like they've been sitting out for 16 hours straight. That's a fucking feat within itself right there.
All right, guys, let me go back in.
Get back in there.
Remember how I said my favorite is raspberries, and he said I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
But he gave me the only one that doesn't have raspberries.
This is what like Picasso would do. You know, he's not gonna just give you like, oh, here's a perfect painting.
Can we eat this now, Chef?
For who? You gotta speak up. Where you located?
Wow, Josh is.
Wow. Does it taste unbalanced? Do you taste the unbalance he's going for?
Yeah, I do.
What kind of notes are you getting from?
Alcohol.
Oh man.
You always hear chefs say that balance is the key.
He's trying to balance flavors.
Yeah.
He's going for an unbalanced meal.
Look, it's so funny. I didn't even think about this until right now. Watch, look at this shot
balance
right here.
is the key.
He's trying to balance flavors.
Yeah.
He's going for.
Look, I didn't even think about this. Rob can't even eat his. Because at first you go, oh, he couldn't eat it because of the whipped cream. It had alcohol, right? He's like, I've been sober for fucking 12 years. So Fancy was like, oh, I can do it without the whipped cream on one, right? Just so Rob can eat his. But what did he do? He left out the whipped cream and instead just poured champagne in the fucking glass. So now Rob can't eat it. Rob just has to sit here and goes like, oh man, it probably, and I'm sure he's happy with the fact that he can't eat it. I'm sure he's cool with that. You know, it's not that big of a deal. I want to see Philip's second dish. This guy's an actual chef, okay? Let's see what Philip brings to the table on his second course. Here we go.
15 minutes, Chef.
15 minutes?
15.
Ribeye.
Oh, wow. Okay. The bowl was in his way. And I've also noticed that there's a burner that's been on max with nothing on it.
That's cool too.
He opened up the vinegar and just poured it all over the steak.
On the cast iron?
On a cast iron pan.
Oh, you're not supposed to put vinegar on cast iron.
Wait, who says so?
What happens is it causes the cast iron to instantly rust and pull all that gross iron flavor in there. So.
Any soy sauce?
That's insanity, right? So while we're waiting to get Philip's second dish, Fancy's cooking like steak chunks. Like, look at these goddamn things. There has to be a shot.
So there's a burner that's.
Look at these. He's cooking these huge fucking steak chunks in this goddamn pan, right? God knows what kind of seasoning he has on these goddamn things. It looks like they have like yellow curry seasoning on it. The pan's already filled with all that crazy ass grease because like this looks like a cut of like chuck roast or some bullshit like that, right? Some like beef stew cubes that you would get. You're not supposed to like cook these in any other way, but like slow cooking them down and putting them in stew because the fat's all hard. It's all crazy. You got to render that stuff down. So he's already got this pan like this. Pours fucking a whole fucking thing of vinegar in there. And then you hear the guy explain. He goes, oh, the vinegar makes the fucking pan rust and it makes what you're cooking taste like fucking iron and metal. That's nice. And I also didn't know that. So I actually learned something while doing this.
Can
we get silverware for the judges?
All right, so now we got Chef Philip's second course. It's going to be roasted spinels over cauliflower. Roasted spinalis. I don't know what the fuck this spinalis is. Let's let Philip explain it. Who the hell am I?
Spinalis, which is the cap of the ribeye. I removed that and just seared that hard on both sides. It's served with to play on sort of like kind of grandma-style mashed potatoes, cauliflower, so soft but a little bit of texture to it, and some roasted asparagus. So I hope y'all enjoy.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Come on. Now we're eating, baby.
No, hang on. You know, I mean, this is just steak and asparagus.
Truly. Right? Like,
This is food.
I could never make a single thing that Fancy Chef has made for us.
You couldn't or you wouldn't?
Both.
Both. Look at that. Both. I wouldn't make it. Dude, this is wild. But I'm not going to lie, that did look good. Like just watching that right now is making me hungry as hell. I might make myself a BLT. I might take a break in the middle of this episode just to eat a BLT.
Take this back.
He just look. He just treated Philip like a fucking, I don't know, assistant.
It's not that I cooked for him, but he wanted me to turn the heat down, put the bread in the oven, check the bread, get the bread out of the oven. At a certain point, I'm only gonna cook so much of your food.
Is that an Italian beef chef?
Absolutely.
An Italian beef he's going for. Now remember when we talked about the cast iron pan, he put like vinegar in the beef. At one point, if you go back and watch the whole thing, you'll see he put soy sauce in it. It's supposed to be an Italian beef. He put soy sauce. He was cooking the steak in the pan and put soy sauce in it so that the soy sauce cooked into the fucking meat.
Absolutely.
I nailed it.
Wow. He just dropped steak onto the burner that's next to him.
It's actually, it is on fire.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Chef, you amazing. Oh, I almost dropped it.
What a save, chef.
save. Good save.
Wow, chef, he caught up quick.
As soon as I saw the passion fruit, I thought, great, passion fruit panna cotta. I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm gonna serve it inside of the passion fruit.
No. I don't. All right. We don't need to know what the fucking passion fruit panna cotta looked like, all right? I want to see Fancy's final dish. I want to see that goddamn Italian beef. Okay? Quote unquote. Because this shit is wild, bro. At first he calls it an Italian beef, right? Now listen to what he calls it. This is going to be Fancy's final dish. Fancy's taking his final form. Watch this.
I'm in Texas.
So,
Incredible, chef.
You made it. There's a minute 20 left. Will you tell us what we're gonna have here?
I was able to make it to a Philly cheesesteak, add the vegetables.
A Philly cheesesteak now. Now it's a fucking Philly cheesesteak. This guy. Okay. That's a Philly cheesesteak. Look at all this. This thing has so much goddamn parsley on it. It looks like these are onions, right? But each one of the onions is cut so thick that it looks like the thing has fucking roasted potatoes in it. No cheese. Beef cooked hard as hell. Dude, look at this. This looks wild. And I'm telling you, this is a good picture. Wait until you see the actual judges, the sandwiches they get. This is craziness.
The shallots and the peppers, the garlic and the seasoning. I don't say no more because I don't want nobody to go out there and make it and try it and it don't come out right. I was gonna lose automatically on time. But because my magnificent mind told me, chef, go with something else. I saw a secret ingredient. I don't think the chef saw it.
You don't think the chef saw it? Look, he went with a secret ingredient. This guy, his mind is so magnificent. His mind is so outrageous that he saw a secret ingredient in the kitchen. He knew that the other chef didn't see it. He knew. What's it going to be? Is it going to be like you saw the ingredients to make like some sort of bechamel and then you made that, you mix it with the cheese and then you got this creamy cheese sauce, right? Is it fried onions? You saw fried onions in there and you're like, I'm going to do some fried onions to throw onto the cheesesteak. Was it bacon? Did you add bacon to the cheesesteak? What was this secret ingredient? You know? I'm dying to know here.
Mind told me, chef, go with something else. I saw a secret ingredient. I don't think the chef saw it. That was the bread. Go Philly cheesesteak. You got it.
Wait, I think go Philly cheesesteak. You got it, dude. This guy, I'm telling you, oh my God. I'm about to reveal so many things about myself that I'm going to shed so many different lights on my behavior to you guys right now. Dude, I grew up in an inner city in North Jersey, right? Not very long, up only until I was like a little younger than 10, right? I grew up in an inner city in New Jersey, North Jersey, surrounded by a shit ton of uneducated Puerto Ricans, black dude, all sorts of uneducated minorities that all bragged about shit just like this. Like when you got a guy that doesn't know anything and then they get like just a little bit of knowledge on something They're ready to explain it to the world as if nobody fucking did. It's like, dude, you're 10 years behind, bro. You're 10 years behind. This is like watching a guy in 1980 try to explain to his friends that he just saw this new invention called fucking fire. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? Bread? You'd think that the chef didn't notice that the bread was there? It's fucking Italian. It's nasty. Okay? He doesn't care. He's making a fucking sea bass ceviches and spinalis. He's making all sorts of sarsaparillas and shit. He doesn't need the bread. Okay? Nobody needs the bread. I love that. He goes, my magnificent mind. I saw that one ingredient. It was the bread. Watch it. I love you. It was the bread. Oh.
Because my magnificent mind told me, chef, go with something else. I saw a secret ingredient. I don't think the chef saw it. That was the bread. Go Philly cheesesteak. You got it.
Wait, I thought you said it was Italian meat.
Hybrid?
Hybrid.
Kind of a mix.
That'll go. That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Well done, chef.
That'll
Thank
do.
you.
So excited.
Just that'll do pig to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Red wine, tomato, onion. It should be fine-ish.
Well, first of all, again, with the... What are you doing?
I don't eat the ends.
I don't eat the ends. Hey, yo, what the fuck? I don't eat the ends. Dude, Rob Eiler, I'm telling you, he has to stay. This is why he stayed off camera for fucking 20 years when The Sopranos was done. Because every single person that was, like, around him in their personal lives was like, dude, once you got sober, like, you became the biggest fucking homo. I don't eat the ends. What? I don't eat the ends of the bread. What, you don't eat puss either? Huh? You don't do that one bite puss review like Dave Portnoy? Huh? This guy. What else don't you eat? He's like one of those. You know, I used to have a friend growing up. The guy wouldn't eat cereal with milk in it. Well, he didn't like the fucking milk to get soggy. He didn't want the milk to get soggy. This guy's fucking mom would buy like boxes and boxes and boxes of cereal. He liked to eat it that much. He never put a thing of milk in it. And that wasn't even the weirdest fucking thing that this kid ate. But he was that picky. This guy reminds me, and I won't say that. I'm going to leave this guy out of it. Rob Eiler over here. I don't eat the ends.
Well, first of all, look at the portion size comparison.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting way more value
Yeah,
here.
a lot of value in this. Phillips was just like a delicious
Oh my God.
bite.
Let's take a sniff first. Just-
Yeah. It's such an interesting aroma.
It hits you in the throat.
Look at the difference.
Yeah, that is.
All right, watch this. Watch
Look
how
at the
he cut
difference
this.
between the two sides here.
Yeah.
Look at how fancy cut this fucking bread, bro. He sliced the bread down the middle. It's like one sliver on one side and then the full loaf of bread on the other side. The sandwich is barely holding on for dear life. It almost looks like as if he was trying to skin the bread and then gave up halfway through and then put the sandwich in the part that he cut. It looks insane.
Yeah, that's the size.
You see what I mean? So,
Yep. Josh, you do the honors.
No, Tom, you know, this is your show.
It is, but you're my guest.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow. Yep.
What's the first thing you taste?
It was only bell pepper.
Rob, would you like to?
I did.
You did?
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I
No,
was
he
the first
didn't.
one to bite it.
He didn't.
I was the first one to bite
He's
it.
fucking lying.
All right.
Look, Rob lies about it. Rob's like, I don't know, man. Didn't you see me? I took off the whole end and I threw it in the trash. He's like, I don't eat the ends.
Never tasted anything like this. And the bread is it's hot and crispy.
Yep.
It's the perfect texture.
I like it too.
Now, who will win?
He is a great opponent.
Final decision.
but Fancy Chef is the champ.
All right, so let's talk about what we had.
Yeah.
Fancy Chef gave us a vegetable kind of medley that we all thought was going to be thrown into a pan, and then he threw a curveball, and it was just those raw ingredients. Then we moved on
To dessert.
his most famous dish, champagne
Curveball, get
flute,
you.
strawberries, blueberries, raspberries for some, not for all. There was alcohol-infused whipped cream and also more alcohol. It was a one-of-a-kind dessert. And so the final dish that he delivered, he saw something that he believes Philip didn't even recognize was there, which is bread. And he made a Philly cheesesteak / Italian beef
Italian
sandwich.
beef, yeah, with Parmigiano.
So Philip, he started with a sea bass ceviche, which I must say was really well prepared, but also it's like, you know, I've had sea bass ceviche. Next, the spinalis, and there was also some cauliflower puree and some asparagus.
Really seasoned perfectly.
Really good flavors. Was there bread? No.
No bread.
And then lastly, passion fruit panna cotta. Where are the strawberries?
Yeah, and was I supposed to eat the nuts in the bottom?
It's confusing. You're like, where's the booze? You're the chef. I think you should vote first.
You know, Fancy Chef was kind of beating his own drum here. You know, he was following his heart, not the Michelin Man.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Fancy Chef on this
Damn
one.
right.
Philip is just...
That's 1 point for Fancy, bro. I was betting on this shit when I was watching. I put out a fucking like a FanDuel parlay on this. I had so much money riding on this shit.
staring daggers into us. I know this means a lot to him, just because I love his restaurants and I want to continue to go to them. Well, also there's a lot of alcohol and I have been sober 12 years. I have to give this to Philip, I'm sorry.
Holy cow. We have a tie right now.
Wow, this is what it all comes down to.
I don't know how he's gonna make this decision. He's just launched a podcast too.
It's good for the brand.
I know. I've just never had anything like Fancy's food. I'm gonna have to give it to Fancy Chef.
Wow.
Whoa!
Fancy Chef, you win the competition.
Fancy Chef is a fucking winner.
Oh my God! I can't believe standing ovation.
I couldn't believe it either. Guys, if I wasn't completely naked underneath the desk, I would also do a standing ovation. I can fix my posture a little bit though.
Congratulations. And congratulations. Not only do you win the competition, we are awarding you a Michelin Star. And we got
Do I have to like give him mine?
It's a brand.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
give
how
him,
that works?
You're gonna give him one of yours.
I think that the judges went for perhaps the more abstract artist today. We might need at least two of them to get psychologically evaluated after their decision.
I got one of his stars. And I know he wasn't happy about that, but that was the rules from the beginning of the contest.
Yeah, I didn't lose my Michelin star. You can't actually take a Michelin star.
Emerald Lagasse.
He lost his Michelin star. I'm going to tell you that shit right now. He lost it. Fancy got the Michelin star. Okay? Look at this guy. I'm in Texas. This guy. Let's give it up for Fancy Chef, man. You gotta love that Fancy Chef, dude. Gotta love good old Fancy Chef.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.